Welcome back to the Rogue Wave podcast. Now, normally we do our spin the rack segment, but being part of Rogue Matter, we're trying to introduce all new segments, and one of those is a Rogue Report, where we get to interview or talk about some of the cool stuff that's going on roguematter.com. And we were fortunate enough to interview Sebastien Sanchez, who lives half a world away. So enjoy this previously recorded segment. You will know this because I am not wearing glasses and do not have a beard as full as this, which is my election beard. And Hassan, you're from like the neck down, so you probably they wouldn't
I had
tell.
my beard.
But
I did have my beard.
Yeah. Oh, that's
so
true.
they'll know.
Yeah,
they'll know.
Yeah. But enjoy Sebastien Sanchez talking Key to the City. Welcome back to the Rogue Wave podcast, the frequency for all things pop culture and the disruptors behind it. As we kind of mentioned at the beginning of the show, we are part of a much larger network now. It's the Rogue Matter Podcasting Network. It's something we've been really excited to talk to you guys about for many, many weeks, but obviously life gets in the way and certain things happen, and but we can now openly talk about it. And as part of this incredible network that we're part of and this incredible community that we're part of now, we want to introduce our guest today, Sebastien Sanchez. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. Thank you very much.
And you are one of our rogue artists. You worked on a book called Key to the City. It's not even a book. It's a series. It's a love letter to New York City. You provided some awesome artwork. I actually have one of the stories that's in there as well, too. It was written by me. So it's pretty, it was pretty cool to see your imagery of Key to the City kind of come to life, especially, having contributed to the book. Talk to us about working on that series and what you brought from an artistic point of view into doing the cover work.
Well, I was contacted by you guys, and I do usually freelance work. So every project is kind of like you don't really know what you're gonna get until you start working on it. So I got some nice descriptions of all the characters that were involved in the story, which was really nice. And well, just basically looking for some references online and trying to figure out what was the best style to use for you guys. Was quite an interesting and different thing to do. It was not what I was usually. I do more illustrations and maybe not so realistic approach, but it was super fun to work on it.
Yeah. Key to the City, for anybody, you can go to roguematter.com and check out Key to the City. It's basically a love letter to New York City with a little quantum leap twist to it. There, Andy is our main character, and he jumps from body to body for no reason. He does not know why, but he's got 24 hours in order to make a difference in the lives that he interacts with. And it's only in New York City, and it only takes place in New York City. My particular story was about an old man. He leaps into the body of an old man who had just had a seizure, and he has to figure out why he's there and what he's doing. And again, Sebastian illustrated a lot of the artwork for it, which was cool. It's a short story, which is also kind of cool. I like working in that short story kind of vein. Talk to us about the realistic approach. You said that's not typically what you do. Was it something that the story kind of demanded?
Well, yes, but I was talking to Mandy, who was just giving me all the directions. And what we finally decided to do was to find some different pictures online, and it was with Photoshop and other tools, just making them follow the guidelines that she gave me. So it was first a whole like mashup of different pictures, and then through some filters, the artwork got created. I usually do more like detailed illustrations, pencil art illustrations, but for this realistic approach, I think that was the way to go.
Talk to us about your journey as an artist. How did it start? At what point were you like, no, I want to be an artist for a living?
Well, it kind of happened by itself. I always wanted to have my own manage of time, and I started doing some artwork. I got my first digital tablet like 8 years ago, and just got to know the world of freelancing online through some different sites that have platforms that get you in contact with clients all around the world. So in order to have my own time and be my own boss, let's say, I started doing that, and it worked out by my at my surprise, and that just my artistic style has been quite shaped by all the jobs that I've been having throughout the years. So it's still quite a search. I have a lot of different things.
Yeah, Mandy, who you had mentioned, Mandy Jacobs is the editorial editor or the creative director. I forget what her title is, but she's pretty much in charge of everything. Editor in chief. I knew it was something. She's listening to this and she's gonna hate me for that. But anyway, she mentioned like your life is basically traveling from place to place, and you just basically bring your drawing. You know, I guess she said you do tablet drawing, and you just basically travel the world and make a living drawing at each stop. Is that a fair representation of your life?
Yeah, it is. At least the last 3 years.
Yeah.
I realized that traveling in summer is easier because of climate. So it's easier, lighter, and it's nice. And I like the sports which come with that. So yes, I've been moving around and also going to hostels and offering maybe do mural artwork or helping them with their social media, I don't know, illustrations or for posters or whatever. And that helps me exchange that for accommodation. So that makes it easier to choose where to go, just where I can do some work in exchange of that. There's no money involved, which is nice, just to give something and then get something in return. And then for the rest, I have my notebook, my tablet, and just go to coffee shop or somewhere, work for a bit. I mean, I keep it like economical travel, but it allows me to know a lot of places and people, and that's what fuels the creativity, which is nice.
Wow. So obviously, pre-coronavirus, pre-COVID-19, you were traveling.
Yes, everything.
And now we're all kind of grounded for a little while. But before the pandemic, what were the last 3 stops on your travel itinerary? Where did you travel to?
I was a lot I stayed a while in Sagres, in Portugal, in the south. It's the most southern western part of Europe, which is a lovely place. Really, it's not so known yet, so a lot of hidden places. And after that, I lived in Berlin for a while. And the previous year, I was also. I mean, I move around quite a lot around Europe. I don't know. It kind of mixes all together, but yeah, I've been moving around quite a lot. And also coming every summer, I come to my hometown in Argentina, which is in here where I'm now. I got luckily stuck here, which is a beautiful place called Bariloche in Patagonia region, just next to the mountains and lakes and natural places that I like.
That's awesome. Last question: what is the most inspirational place that you've been to that inspires your work?
I would have said this one actually. Every time I come back to my hometown, it's just I see it with different eyes after everything I see outside of it, and I just love it more and more because of how big it is, how far away from everything it is. It is known worldwide by adventurers and people that like hiking, and it's just, I don't know, I find that like in Europe you go up a mountain and you always see a town on the other side. And here you can really get lost. It's nice.
Where can people find you online?
They can find me at Chess, as Sanchez, but Schez, Chess Art in Instagram. And yep, that's basically it.
That's fantastic. Sebastian, again, beautiful work. Love the stuff on Key to the City. Was really excited to be a part of that, and it's really excited to meet you virtually face to face. And I hope you can be doing more traveling next year.
I hope to. I'm sure that everything will come to normality in a few months or years. But well, let's be patient, and thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure.
No, really appreciate it. Go to Rogue Matter. Welcome back to the Rogue Wave podcast. I want to thank Sebastien Sanchez for taking some time out to talk to us about his amazing life, where he basically just jumps across the globe. Thank Rogue Matter for making this all happen. And you can check out Key to the City, episode 2 or chapter 2. Charlie, written by yours truly, is now available on the website. I'll post the link in the Facebook feed, or you can go to roguematter.com and go check out Key to the City in the library, and you can download it. It's all free. Just read it, enjoy it, or don't enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Next week, we'll dive into chapter 10.
Next week, we're going to do something else.
Of Mandalorian. No, we have something specific now. I have got a next week outro.
Yeah, we got something. We got stuff to do. We got things to do,
which is really exciting. And we'll come up with new angles that will piss us off. You, the general public, though, I know you love it. So we will see you next week. Rogue Wave.